distinguished leaders and guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you very much. Welcome to 2023 Alibaba Cloud Global Summit in the beautiful city of Hangzhou, China. My name is Amanda, and I'm the bilingual host today. So first of all, on behalf of the Alibaba Cloud, and I would like to express my heartfelt thanks and warm welcome to all distinguished leaders and guests for your attendance. Welcome. Today with us, we have our esteemed customers and partners coming all the way from different corners of the world. And we gathered here to explore the incredible potential of cloud computing and AI and share our insights into the possibility of digital innovation for numerous industries. Hangzhou is the birthplace of Alibaba Cloud. It witnessed the remarkable journey of the small startup to a world-class cloud provider. Now, Dr. Jian Wan, founder of Alibaba, will present us with his story about a journey of innovation and his vision about the future of our changing landscape. And here, I would like to introduce Mr. Jian Wan. Dr. Jian Wan is pioneering Chinese computer scientist and founder of Alibaba Cloud. With his visionary leadership, Alibaba Cloud developed its proprietary Aspera distributed system, and he has played a pivotal role in revolutionizing the cloud computing landscape and driving innovation in the tech industry. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's welcome Dr. Wan. Welcome.
Distinguished guests from around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I'm Jian. Actually, it's my great pleasure to host you over here. Actually, not just because of the summit. You know, actually, I'm the native of Hangzhou. So I was born over here, I got all my education here, and also founded the Alibaba Cloud here, okay. And I just want to make sure you can pronounce the Chinese name of Alibaba Cloud. Actually, if you look, if you happen to read my book, actually I always use Aliyun as its English name, okay. Actually, the editor of that book actually questioned me why, you are using Aliyun instead of Alibaba Cloud. I basically said, okay, if it's Alibaba Cloud, it could be any cloud if you replace Alibaba. If it's Aliyun, and that's very unique, okay. That's only one cloud company, that's only cloud company that around the world. So I prefer to use Aliyun instead of the Alibaba Cloud, okay. And hope you like this Chinese word. And actually, Hangzhou is very, I would say, a different city. So whenever people introduce to the Hangzhou, they would say it's a beautiful city. But I would say it's a very different city. It is a city full of innovation. So that's a very unique saying of Hangzhou. And I'm not sure how much of you already know the local dialects, okay. And there's a very special saying in the local dialects called the Hang That basically means the people here just love fashions, okay. And just love to try new things, okay. And so it is a city that full of innovation. Actually, tradition goes back to even 1,000 years ago. You probably know that Marco Polo, visited the city 1,000 years ago. And actually, I'm not sure it's the true history, but it's in the history book, okay. And believe it or not, 1,000 years ago, Hangzhou is the biggest city around the world. So Hangzhou, at that time, Hangzhou is the only city with a population more than 1 million people. That's not a big city, thinking about 1,000 years ago. So this is a city that full a lot of things. And the cloud also is very unique, for this city. I'm sorry. I'm not sure whether you know where this place is. It's called Liangzhu, okay. I'm not sure whether, you realize actually The area they are in is called Liangzhu. And actually there's a museum and a site just a few miles from here. And the museum is called the Liangzhu Museum. And you know the site is actually the World Heritage Site, named by UNESCO. So basically, that site bring the culture, the history of culture in China, from 3,000 years old to 5,000 years old, okay. So it is a very unique. I'm glad actually we have this summit over here. So when we chat with my friends, how actually cloud to bring us for the future, and they joke with me, the Liangzhu give us the opportunity to trace back our culture up to the 5,000 years old. So with this suggestion, the cloud should bring us to next 5,000 years, okay. So we have the 10,000 years of history here in Hangzhou. So it is a very exciting journey, okay. And also, when I'm talking about computing, I always start with the city instead of, technology. So everybody knows that the city is the greatest invention of humankind. The city is the single biggest hardware we ever invented, okay. So if you look at the history of city, and you can see that during the evolution of the city, we only, just passed the 2 stages. And because of the computing, we are entering the 3rd stage. So it goes back, long time ago for the city of Rome. And they actually introduced a very important infrastructure called the road, okay. So at that time, the road, is the key infrastructure for the development of city. And they basically introducing the horsepower into the city. So thinking about for a few thousand years, and actually how many horses that you have in the city actually represents the level of civilization, okay. And this takes a long time. That's why you're thinking about, 200 years ago, that even with the city of London, they have so many horses over there, okay. And it's become a headache for the city, so that's why I introduced the subway. And it takes a long time for people to enter what I call the 2nd stage, from the horse power to what I call the electricity. So with the introduction of electricity in the city, now we have the city like we have today. So thinking about without electricity, we even won't have a conference like this here in this room. You can see the sunshine outside the building, but we still, had a conference like this in the room with all the lighting, okay. And so electricity is actually reinvented city in the last century. So from house power to electric power. But I think today we're entering an era, what I call the computing power. So computing is changing the landscape of the city. Is also, is going to reinvent our city in the next 100 years. That's why I think the cloud computing is changing everything. So people will ask, and I was challenged, we do have a computer before. And why cloud computing is so different from the computer? And it's interesting, if you look at the history of the computer, of the history of computing, it is interesting, because the word computing is actually there before we invent something, a new word called computer. So actually, the computing is there for a long time before we have the word called computer. And also, I sometimes joke with the professors in the university, in the computer science department. I feel very confused, to ask them, for me, we should have like a computing science and technology department instead of computer science and technology. So for me, when I first heard there's a department of computer science, for me it's much more like you have the department of telescope instead of the department of optics, okay? And so we do have a single machine. We built a department for that. But actually, what's really behind that is the computing. Is the computing. So computing is really the essence of the computer. So for us, the cloud computing is really something release the power of the computing instead of a single computer. So when I work at Microsoft, and it's very interesting to know actually, for Microsoft, Bill Gates has a very good vision that he hopes that every home has a computer. That's Bill's vision. But Bill feel very, I would say very sad or whatever you call it, after he first visited Africa. So goes back that time. After Bill visited Africa, he realized that, okay, for the people in Africa, having a computer in every home is almost impossible. But today you're thinking about, because of the cloud computing, we actually can bring the computer anywhere around the world, including every home in Africa. So thinking about, the people in Africa, the phone is their first computer, and then extra computing power through the network. So the cloud computing brings more opportunity to every people. Just like what you have seen over here in the Asia game. So we are very extremely proud of, the Aliyun, actually the sponsor of IOC, the Olympic game, okay. So when the President Bach visited us 3 months ago, I talked to the Bach and said, okay, I said to the Bach, actually, Aliyun is not just a sponsor for the IOC. We actually changed something. So thinking about the relationship between the electricity with Chicago World Expo, you probably know that actually because of Chicago Expo, the electricity, the alternative current that invented by Tesla, are dominant. And then you have this, what we call this electrical world. And so I personally view the sponsorship for the Olympic Games is make sure that cloud computing eventually is going to be the only way for us to access the massive power. So basically, Olympic events change the way that we use the computing. It's a huge thing. So I'm very proud, start with the Tokyo game last year. This is the first time actually for the Olympic game, they actually used the cloud to do the broadcasting. And that's really a history. And interesting, just coincidentally, almost 40, 50 years ago, that in the 1964, and at that time, the Tokyo game, that's the first Olympic game that using the satellites to do the broadcasting. That actually changed the Olympic game. So last year, also in the Tokyo, that's the first time they used the cloud to do the broadcasting, to replace the traditional broadcasting system. So we really made the history of that, and I'm very proud of that. And even more exciting is, in the winter game in Beijing last year, then this is the first time that the core system of Olympic is running on the cloud. That's really something special. And because of this success, I'm very excited about, in the next year, the Paris game is going, you can see that cloud computing is changing the Olympic game. So I think it's more than, for me, it's more than just a business. It's really an exciting journey, and for us, okay. And looking forward, it's particularly with the new introduction, what we call the artificial intelligence. So for me, it's more than artificial intelligence. It's basically, I always say it's machine intelligence. Okay, humans are great, and what we're doing now, everything we're doing is not replace what human is doing. So anything that we're doing is replaced by machine, that basically means that's not something you should do, okay. You do something more creative. You should do something more different. So I would rather say, the machine intelligence instead of the AI. But with this introduce of machine intelligence, and computing is play even more big roles, okay. So the ChatGPT is just one of example. And I always said with the introduction of ChatGPT is basically we find a new series, a new model for doing this modeling that's called the GPT. But it's interesting to see we found the synergy between the GPT and the chat and found an interesting application. But this gives us a new windows to try something we probably never even thinking about it during the IT, in the era of the IT technology. So it's a big moment. We actually switched from IT-centric cloud computing to really on the AI-centric or data-centric cloud computing. So it's a big time. And back again, this is a city full of imagination. So if you have time, and at least I would say, you should spend time to see the city. And there's a very famous scientist in the history of China called Shen Kuo. I'm not sure if you know this scientist or not. He actually is the person founded the oil in the world. So he found a site with oil in the China, and he actually wrote in a book. It's not science. It's the most famous science book in the history of China. So Hangzhou, actually, the author of this book is as a native of the Hangzhou. So Hangzhou is just a place that full of the imagination. And again, thank you for coming to the Hangzhou around the world, and I hope you enjoy the stay in the Hangzhou. If any of you want to be your personal guide, I want to do that. Okay. Again, enjoy your stay in Hangzhou. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Wang. Thank you for your wonderful speech. And ladies and gentlemen, we all know that today's event is holding at the time of the 19th Asia Games, right? And at the host city of Asia Games, Hangzhou is currently abuzz with the spirit of athleticism and cultural exchange. The timing of our summit coinciding with this grand sporting spectacle also reminds us of technology's ability to transform the way we organize and engage the large-scale sports event. And next, Chris Tan, President of Alibaba Cloud Corporate Development, will present us with a speech that will uncover the technologies behind the Hangzhou Asia Games. And now let's welcome Mr. Chris Tan. Welcome.
我有这个，我有没有翻页？啊，你们会帮我翻 ？OK，Thank you。啊，Thank you。Ladies and gentlemen, dear customers and partners, welcome. Welcome all of you coming all the way to Hangzhou. We're particularly excited to host you today because I guess everybody, including ourselves, will be able to take a close look at Asian Games and how Alibaba Cloud is contributing to the game in a very close distance. As we know, last Saturday, Asian Game in Hangzhou just had its grand opening. And as the official information system integration and cloud service provider partner of the Hangzhou Asian Games, our Alibaba Cloud team has been working very, very closely with Hangzhou Asian Game Organizing Committee for the last 3 years. Close to 1,000 people involved. We're here to support Hangzhou to have a very innovative and green and cultural success in the history of Asian Games. So Today, I thought it would be interesting for me to spend like 20 minutes to share with you Alibaba Cloud in action with the Asian Games. So what are the key innovative initiatives we're taking to transform Asian Game to a historical one? As Dr. Wang just said, from Pyeongchang 2018 to Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics to 2022 Beijing Winter Games, Alibaba Group has served as the worldwide partner of Olympic Games, leveraging its cloud technology as well as e-commerce technology to support the digital transformation of the Olympic Games and the organization of each Games. I think it's pretty similar to our partnership here, because I know many of you have started with partnership with Alibaba Cloud, possibly in China as a test market. With the success we built together, so we are now in hot discussion right now about how to replicate our success in China and expand that experience to cover more of your markets. It's pretty much the same journey for sports event, like Olympic to Asian Game. We have tried different innovation throughout the 3 games that I just mentioned. Therefore, you see quite a lot I'm going to talk about later on that we can do to innovate the Asian Game, because the success has been built from game to game. I hope that success will be replicated in the same way from your test market to more markets for you. Well, we talked about the first thing that we have been very proud is 100% of the core organizing system for Asian Game is running on cloud. That we started from Beijing Winter Game. But this time, again, we see the power of having everything running on cloud, so we will be able to have a real-time tracking as well as real-time security protection of the whole system from the cloud, all that. So we're enjoying the full benefits of having the whole core system on cloud this time. And the other thing is also very important is the broadcasting. The Hangzhou Asian Games is also the first Asian Games to adopt cloud broadcasting, which means the cloud broadcasting center built within each game venue will utilize many Alibaba Cloud services, such as Cloud Enterprise Network, we call CEN, and Apsara Video Live to ensure the broadcasters can receive event content in real time. So they can create, manage, and distribute their own content through this platform, mainly in the format of short video forms. And as a result, consumers will be able to get the streamed content in a very diversity way that is mainly driven by the cloud system and the AI production capability. And so we see really cloud broadcasting technology promises a future of tremendous potential for broadcasting industry due to the success from Tokyo all the way to this Asian Game, because it features ultra high definition quality, low latency, and reduced infrastructure cost. In fact, just to give you an example, for the Tokyo Game, it's estimated that 30% at least human cost on the ground in the venue of Tokyo was saved for all the broadcasters. The number can even go up if everything is broadcast through cloud systems shared by cloud, and all the broadcasters will be able to get that content they need and with the smart editing by AI, they will be able to create lots of content and stream out to their customers. So right now, this whole system is streamed through our centers in Hong Kong, Singapore, and Mumbai for this Asian game to all the party related. And another interesting example is the use of DingTalk. I don't know if you're familiar. DingTalk is a instant message based collaboration platform for enterprise as well as for government. It's very powerful. It has more than 100 million daily users in China. So this time, we work with Asian game organization community to create this DingTalk Asian game version. It means actually we have worked with lots of suppliers as well as partners, right-holding broadcasters on DingTalk, this Asian game platform, to create more than close to 300 applications built into it. And there are more than 12,000 work groups has been formed on DingTalk. And they're estimated to be close to 5 million messages communicated in a very efficient group format in a month. In fact, I just got a number from Hangzhou government. The vice mayor just shared this publicly. Recently, as we're getting closer to the game, a lot of video conference are happening on DingTalk Asian game version. Actually, more than 1,000 video conference, within all those groups happening every day. So you can really imagine with DingTalk Asian game version on the cloud, lots of data will be extracted from Alibaba Cloud as the resource for all the individual group to be able to work further, to help their work with huge efficiency. So that's the power when you have a strong cloud system versus a consumer or user premise together. So outside China, I think without DingTalk, we really have to think about when Alibaba Cloud is supporting your business for each core functions, what are the key stakeholders, what is their user premise, what is the user app that can work in sync with our cloud computing technology. So the capability we build on cloud will be used and downloaded to each individual and make each individual employee very powerful, like the case we're seeing from Asian Games. And another very, very interesting example, which actually Hangzhou Organizing Committee talked a lot on PR, is the smart version of this Asian game sports village. This time, the sports village is not just an athlete village. The residents in the village include athletes, media, and the tech team, as well as many government officials, all together, like a real village for different functions. And the way we build it is, we jointly created a cloud-based Asian sports village, and leveraging Alibaba Cloud's computing capability, data management and visualization, and energy expert solution. So the Asian Sports Village embraced an AI transformation to provide convenient and accessible services to its residents. We have utilized Alibaba Cloud energy experts capabilities to help organizations drive sustainable growth, which actually you probably see from this chart. We're building many track point. So all the residents in this village, if they adopt a green life behavior, for example, buying a recyclable product or doing recycle or doing more environmental friendly activities within village, all the behaviors will be recorded in their personal, we call it low carb account. And then we have very interesting program to incentivize all the athletes or all residents in the village based on their points accumulated in their account and to redeem gifts on a daily basis. So just so you know, a few days into the game, there are already more than 100,000 athletes participated in this low carb account activity in this smart village design. So we would like to really showcase to the world that a cloud-based energy expert solution together with the low carb personal consumption behavior account can form a new solution, not only for residents, but very likely for your factory, for your manufacturing site, for all your logistic chains in a very credible scientific way. We call it a carbon auditing system and certified system. So that would be very useful not only for the game, but for your company as well to think about. And of course, if you go to the main media center, MMC, where thousands of journalists from all over the world working to report the Asian Games, you see AI in action. We have, in the past, covering large-scale sports event and also added the text-based article, press release, as well as the video content takes a lot of time, as you can imagine. But right now, we have this AI capability in place to support the media. So they will be able to quickly, through the tagging system, through the prompt, imagine you're using a ChatGPT experience. Through the prompt, you can query for what type of content you may need. The system downloads the relevant content, and you select the right content. You can actually keep prompting on exactly the style, creativity. Then the video will be tagged and templated in such a way it can be published with great efficiency. A lot of AI help come into place in the editing and production process for the media. So you see a lot of AI in action in the media center as well. Well, another very interesting example is less sweat, right? This is a sports event. For long, the sports industry has been very concerned about the fact that young generations are pretty much busy with their mobile games. Less and less young people are engaged in really active sports. So what do we do? So we thought AI can help as well. We really think AI not only can make our job, our work more efficient, like I just said, the way we support media journalists, but also can make things fun, more fun. How do we engage consumers? So we thought about creating an AI robot, having this contest right now in place. If you have time, check out in Binjiang Intime. Intime is our department, Alibaba's department shopping mall brand that has a brand new shopping mall close to the Big Lotus Stadium of Asian Games. We are holding this game every day here right now. What we are doing is very interesting. You see a robot there. The robot is holding a real racket and serve the ball in the same way as a famous ping pong player, Xu Xing, who has won 20 gold medals in ping pong through his career in the Hall of Fame, of course. He is very famous for his spinning ball, very strong spinning. That is very hard to handle for his rival. So the robot is actually mimicking the way he plays. And for everybody, to play and learn and challenge the world champion, because this is AI Xu. So as you can imagine, it becomes the hot news in town. More than 2,000 people line up to challenge Xu, robot Xu every day right now. And this has huge implication for the sports industry, as you can imagine, because this actually quickly enhanced the level of training. If you serve, right, you can only serve. A few coaches can serve, but this robot can serve in a professional way, high standard way, whatever way it can be fine-tuned to train more people. And more importantly, it has like a Hawkeye system to monitor the way you play back and have a real-time read and application that you can read how you play back and be able to have analysis and learn how to improve, so on. So we are thinking how to create a new category called e-sport, which means they still play active sport, but with the help of AI to make your sports more fun and make also the match with the Hawkeye more efficient, like the referee process and so on. So that's also very interesting for this Asian game period because we're defining a new sports with AI. Maybe we'll take a look at how Xu play with himself. We actually pre-record Xu video based on the way robot is playing back. So from a visual standpoint, the player feel like it's really Xu playing with him. So even Xu cannot, play 100% of Xu. Right now, if you're into ping pong, welcome to challenge. Right now, Xu personal score is stand at the very top. There are, according to the latest news, there are 3 players already approached to his score right now. So Xu just called us, promising that if anybody beats his score, he's gonna come back and do it again. Make sure he stay on top. Very competitive guy. In the very beginning of this summit, if you remember, we actually show you a black and white video that showcased a lot of landmark buildings in Asia and many sports in this Asian game. That video was done by very famous movie director Zhang Yimou, also Olympic opening ceremony director. His art team working with Alibaba Cloud's AIGC Tongyi Wanxiang. And then the team basically prompt up direction, and then the system were able to create that fusion, the construction versus sport visual. And then the select and fine tune and make that video you just saw. So our creation naturally is a very important direction for us to use Alibaba Cloud technology. For your business as well, many product design as well as advertising creation can be used Alibaba Cloud's AI solution. So this is just show you example when we launched our experience center in MMC just a few days for Asian game. So the CTO of Alibaba Cloud Jing Ren, the mayor of Hangzhou, as well as Olympic IOC's CTO Ilario, myself, we together play around with the AI system on the spot and then create this panoramic painting on the spot. So the system printed out based on our brief, because we have a very interesting brief. Each one has some brief, and we jointly, based on our joint brief, we create our piece, which is a gift that's presented to the mayor of Hangzhou as a souvenir for this AI Asian Games. So similarly, we can do more. So there's another consumer activity we're driving during Asian Game with the post office. So with Alibaba Cloud's Tongyi Qianwen, the AIGC capability, consumers will be able to create their own Asian Game postcard and send it out in a very personalized way. So this is a very welcome activity right now as well. Well, last but not least, another example. Honestly, we have done a lot for consumer engagement as well as to support the game from efficient, effect enhancing in the back end. So many innovations are happening right now with Asian game. Allow me to give you another example. As the last example of today is we have launched the first ever smart pin trading center in Sports Village. I don't know if you're aware, pin is very popular when there's an Olympic game or Asian game happening. All the athletes would like to trade their pin and collect as many as they can. We thought the traditional way of exchanging pin is passé. We like to do it in an AI way. So we built this pin trading center with beautiful lotus. So it actually uses AI computational visioning to detect if you're placing a real pin or not. You know, if you're trading, you gotta be serious about what you're trading with. So the camera will be able to detect and decide if your pin is viable, then be able to trade you automatically with a very interactive automated experience. We call it smart pin trading. And President Bach of IOC actually came and had great fun with the trading. So he's holding a pin he just got from the system. So, well, all that, I just want to conclude. Seeing is believing. I'm glad you guys are all here. If you have any questions about, more technical detail, the background, how things are done, feel free to reach out to us. Because to us, it's not just a sports event that we care. It's actually the innovation, the thinking, the way to solve a real problem with cloud technology that matters. So we like to really think about how we're going to reapply all those possibilities for your business and by understanding what you really need. So hope you had a wonderful time here with us at the summit, and hope you have a chance to understand a little bit more about some of the interesting, innovative cases I just shared, and get the feeling that the excitement, the efficiency, the fun may happen when we really, use our technology in the right way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. And ladies and gentlemen, next up, Edward Tai, Chief Commercial Officer of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence, will share with us the widespread and profound changes that are happening in various businesses and his insight into the future of our industry landscape. And I would like to introduce Mr. Tai. Edward Tai is leading the business operation and driving partnership and ecosystem collaboration. Edward is a seasoned executive with a deep root in the technology realm and the digital transformation of industry. And now let's welcome Edward Tai. Welcome.
Hello, everyone, dear friends. Welcome once again to Hangzhou. Today, besides of the Asian game on cloud, I would like to share with you some our strategy innovations, even some stories about how our customers work with Alibaba Cloud to achieve the digital transformation. Till now, more and more organizations recognize the computing power just mentioned by Dr. Wang Jian. Let's see the cloud computing power. They regard it as a benchmark of the industry digital potentials. We've migrated to a new home of diverse industry. However, computing does not just get you this far because of the increasing computing power, and the emerging AI technologies. We suppose that the industry based AI technologies will be coming. So directly, besides of the Asian Games, I'm willing to share some real cases. The first one is Sephora China. It is a leader in beauty business, and it's successful in omni-channel retail. However, they face to the challenges to manage this omni-channel network with hundreds of upstream or downstream brands or suppliers was not an easy job. The inconvenient management of the data make the decision-making is prolonged. The consequence is not allow the business to respond to the changing business landscape and the consumer market trends. Additionally, Sephora China was also concerned about the resilience of their IT system. It's their concerns and challenges. How can we do? In March last 2021, Sephora China partnered with Alibaba Cloud. Of course, we absorb our strategic partner Accenture to start a cloud migration journey to accelerate the transformation on the cloud. At the end of that year, 2021, Sephora successfully migrated data from the traditional data center to the cloud. To ensure the reliability, Sephora China implemented the cross-region disaster recovery within 3 months using Alibaba Cloud's extensive infrastructure, and we achieve the data in one place. Whatever logically or physically, the analytics becomes more efficient and the decision maker is faster. The second example I want to offer you is the gaming industry. The gaming industry focuses on the latest trend is online and mobility. The most successful game are online in order to engage the massive population of worldwide players. There are two main bodies in gaming industry. The first one is the gaming studios. They intend to develop the most effective and engaging games to their users or consumers. The second one is the gaming producers. They intend to execute their marketing strategy, engage the games with effective online operations. It's their requirements. How can we do? So for the gaming customers, they intend to have the imperative to offload the infrastructure development and maintenance while delivering the seamless gaming experience to their consumers. Anish, I hope my pronunciation is right. The Anish is a leading game development company based in Tokyo, Japan. Their diverse portfolio includes many popular titles, which have reached up to the amazing downloads amount. One of their games reached around 7 million downloads. Anish needs to support millions of the gamers around the world, delivering an uninterrupted gaming experience, and a robust and resilient infrastructure is the key to their smooth operations. Furthermore, the cloud has offered a new way to operate the IT infrastructure, such as container-based architecture and CI/CD development. CI/CD stands for Containers Integration and Containers Deployment. That paradigm can make the application development hyper-scalable and containers. Last year, 2022 was a remarkable year in the history of the world technology's evolution. We witnessed the major breakthrough in the advancements of large language model. As AI becomes more inclusive or universal, training of these large models require massive amounts of the resources. It's our task. Alibaba Cloud will continue to reinforce the inclusivity of our cloud and the intelligence platform and provide the worldwide customers with accessible and efficient AI and computing resources. So later on, I will use more examples based on AI technologies. The balancing electricity in a massive power grid is a challenge. It's true, especially in south of China because of the uncertain weather conditions. How much electricity needs to be produced, generated, depends on how much would be consumed. So that's why effective power balance relies heavily on accurate predictions of weather conditions, which in turn relies on huge amounts of methodological data. With intelligent solutions running on private cloud technologies, I mean the infrastructure of Alibaba Cloud, China's southern power grid achieved an accuracy of 98%. It leverages Alibaba Cloud robust infrastructure and AI capabilities to make the precise decision about the control of the power generating system. We do believe that the ever-going progression in AI technologies builds on top of both scientific research and applied engineering. Our AI for science strategy allows the principle-driven approach and the data-driven approach to be converged. On the computing side, we are providing a converged infrastructure with both general-purpose computing and AI computing. There are two kinds of computing. The powerful computing resource will enable the scientists and scholars to probe into their research, whatever physically or metaphysically of our universe, based on the data technology and AI. This year, it's the latest progress. We have built the robust computing cluster for Chinese universities as a part of CFFF, stands for Computing for the Future at Fudan program, sponsored by Fudan University. This program became the largest computing cluster system among China's universities, served for our scientists to develop all kinds of researching field. This field, I'm not familiar with this field, but I'm trying to illustrate the relations between the research and the technologies. The advancement in biotechnology are helping our world cope with the challenge of the health. As early as in 1960, computers were utilized to assist the research of molecular biology. Because of a computer, the process of deciphering the biological word has been sped up so quickly. However, the use of the computer does not stop there. With, as we mentioned before, with inclusivity and scalability of cloud computing. Researchers are not limited by only one computer's capability, or shy away because of the high cost. Instead, backed by the cloud, unlimited resources on the cloud, researchers can utilize the various resources to accelerate the process by orders of magnitude. In the research of proteins, sorry, I'm not so familiar with that. I just repeat or just, how to say, to illustrate that the reality. A protein's complexity depends on the number of amino acids. Scientists need to predict or map out the structure of the protein before move on to studying the functionality of the proteins or how to research how it reacts with the organism. For proteins with different numbers of the amino acids, they can choose different sets of resources with a combination of the computing resources, including CPU or GPU, to support their projects. What used to take years of computation because of the cloud now can complete it within 1 month. So we have so many cases about how AI and cloud computing have catalyzed innovation across diverse industries. To live out our vision of accelerating innovations, we have to work closely with our ecosystem partners. I would like to restate, we published our partner-first strategy this year in Singapore. So that's why it's my second time to restate this policy. Alibaba Cloud is an inclusive ecosystem to harbor tens of thousands of partners with their industry expertise, best practices, and resources. Partner and Alibaba Cloud are working together to deliver the best-in-class services to our customers. We are also working on strategies to incentivize our partner to win with us. It's a win-win belief. So that's all for my presentation. So at the last, I trying to invite our customers and the partners to join us in the revolution and this progression of the digitalization and the AI. The power of AI will open up the countless possibilities and bring exponential growth potential. Please join us in this great mission to achieve that. Today, I would like to invite our two key persons. I'm also honored to have our esteemed partners, Magazone and ATP, here to celebrate our synergy and our deep root in the ecosystem. Let's kick the start, this momentous signing ceremony, making the beginning of our new collaboration and success. Thanks.
Okay, first of all, I would like to introduce Magazone. Magazone is a leading technology company specializing in cloud computing, digital transformation, and IT consulting services. With a focus on innovation and customer-centric solution, Magazone helps business leverage and cutting-edge technologies. And now let's welcome President of Magazone Global Cloud, Chris Sale, and Mr. Edward Tai, and we're gonna start our signing ceremony. So now please sign in on the signing screen. Congratulations to Alibaba and Megazone new chapter of collaboration. And let's look at the camera to take a group photo. Thank you. Round of applause. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Thank you, thank you. Please be seated. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, congratulations again. And now let me introduce to you ATP. ATP is one of the leading providers of mission-critical enterprise-class software platforms and services to finance, hospitality, and other industry. ATP China will be working closely with Alibaba Cloud to deliver integration solution based on Alibaba Cloud offerings to their customers. And now let's welcome back Edward Tai, and at the same time, let's welcome Chief Commercial Officer of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence, Mr. Edward Tai, and Chief Executive Officer of ATP China, Onur Yavuz. Welcome. Please join us on stage and let's commence the signing ceremony of the partnership. And now, please sign in on the signing screen. Okay, round of applause, please. Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Norwood. And let's take a photo together. And congratulations to Alibaba Cloud and ATP. And Mr. Edward Tai, please be seated first. And Mr. Norwood, and would you like to share some words to our audience? Thank you.
大家好. Dear all distinguished guests, first of all, I would like to thank whole Alibaba Cloud team, or should I say Aliyun team, maybe, as Dr. Wang likes more, for their tremendous efforts to make this organization happen today, and also hosting all of us in here in this lovely city, Hangzhou. Today we are very excited to announce our global partnership with Alibaba Cloud, which is a very vital step for ATP's global expansion strategy. Within this agreement, by integrating our solutions and products together with Ali, we help digital businesses to improve their efficiency, and not only that, to help them, to support them on their digitalization journey. In addition to that, under Go China initiative together with Ali, we will support foreign businesses if they would like to expand their businesses to China market with our collective efforts and collective expertise. Ultimately, last but not the least, is with our agreement, our ultimate goal is to contribute to the growing trade volume between Turkey and China with the technology as a key enabler. So we are looking forward to the future together. Thank you for listening to me. Şeşe Dağcı'ya.
Thank you, Onur. And ladies and gentlemen, next, Selena Yuan, Vice President of Alibaba Group and President of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence International. And she will present us with Alibaba Cloud Global Vision and how Alibaba Cloud technologies are accelerating innovation global. And I would like to introduce to you the Selena Yuan. Selena is leading the international division of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence, heading a global team across Asia Pacific, Europe, the Americas, and the Middle East, and enabling cloud technology for millions of the customers worldwide. And Selena brings more than 20 years of experience leading and growing technology business globally. Now let's welcome Selena Yuan. Welcome.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Really, it's our great honor to have you here. Today, I would like to to show you and to present what we are thinking about our international strategy. So my the presentation we choose is a special that's into the power of the three. So this is a consideration why we want to have this, especially in the now we think is definitely the AI is a trend. AI is a new era. So we think for the Alibaba Cloud as a public cloud providers, we want to have these new words to show you what we are going to do support this. So that is three the key words we want to show you. The first is the next. So we think for the public cloud is really the critical and fundamental for the infrastructure part. But that is the next, not only for the current, the technologies, current, the business scenario. We would like to support our customers and partners also for the, the future oriented. So that's why we choose the next. The second word we use is the new. New, we think there is so many the different business, especially, there is a new business scenario, new business models, and all of these for the Alibaba Cloud, we would like to support all of these, enable these, the business, have the new definition, have the, the very energetic part. The words we choose is the nexus. Nexus, we think that's the contact, connects, and the, the inclusive and the ecosystem empowers. So for this, the digital journey, we cannot go alone. We want to have the more partners together with us. So that's why, and we want explain a little bit how we have these and how our consideration, all of these. The first one is the next. Next is really we want to build this the infrastructure part as the future oriented, as I mentioned before. So that means for the traditional the business part and also for the some the new industry, new business, we can support all of this because we think especially for the AI based this business, tremendous, these the transactions, the business will need the huge capability and capacity for the cloud computing. So that's why we think with our design and our, public cloud, this platform, we can support so many different, the technologies, and also we can work very closely with so many the technical partners. We can have the many the new solutions, joint solutions for the tremendous business scenarios. The new, and we think the, for the different industries, for instance, the retail, especially after this pandemic period, so many traditional business, they are thinking about the not only just the offline and the traditional way. We want to have the new the business model and new business idea, even whether we can introduce some the digital technologies to make the redefinition of the industry. So that's why based on our computing capability, generative AI ability, we want to together with all of these industry enable and support all of these industries with the, some the new journey. That means we together redefine the industry, redesign, and even the revigorate all of the industries, especially during this the post-pandemic period, all economy is recovering. That is quite important for us. Another is the one that I want to show you this case. Thank the Dr. Wang Jian and the Chris, which show a lots of the what we have done, and even today we are supporting the Asian Games. Yeah, that's correct. And we have been the IOC, the top sponsor in the year 2017. And at that time, we introduced a lot of the new technologies and even new ideas jointly with the committee. So that's why you can say like the online broadcasting services is the first time online, an online meeting and so many like the call system run on the cloud part. That means we have the, very like the efficient, lots of the electricity, the part we can support the customer. And also, and all of this, you can say these like the Asian Games, you can see there's some like the data we are doing together with the committee. There is like the online broadcasting, the service part. It will be more than 5,000 hours. So that means traditional the TV and also live streaming and some like the short video, the different the types of video parts and the online broadcasting part we can support. There is will benefit the more like the end users and more fans of the games. And another very important is a nexus. Yeah, as I want to thank Edwards mentioned, we have done a lot for the ecosystem. We like to have the different types of the partner together with us. So nexus, you can see like the customers' perspective, we build our 3 tiers of the service centers. So there's headquarters, global ones, regional ones, and the local ones. These like the 3 layers of the service centers. We want like to have the stronger the service and the support to our customers. And also we are really work very closely with our service partners together. Another is like the inclusion. And also we have so many the partners, like there is several like the cases what we have done together. And another I want to emphasize is academy program. I would like also thank our academy team and also together with our academy, the partner together. We build so many the new program. All of these we want to enable the local, international, and the talents to know more about all of these new technologies, the AI, big data, computing, and so many. So we think this really the globalization, that means localization. So our efforts want to have the more talents together with us, really making the things the more creative and more innovative together with us. So for this, like the 3 key words, what we are going to do and how we like make all of this business really, the commercialize the landing and how we support our customers. The very important part is the compliance and the accreditation part. So this is what we can, we have the dedicated team and we have the dedicated expertise and the partners together to support the more and more customers, locally, even the cross-border the business with the fully compliance with the regulation, with the local laws. That is a very critical part. Another is, for our public the cloud, this like the platform, definitely we continue our efforts for we can have the better coverage for the data centers part. This is what we have. There is so many. Yeah, so we really want to support our customers, definitely together with our partners, have this capacity to have the good enough the product solutions and the witness our customers the digital journey and AI journey. That is very important. Yeah, so all of this is, of course, we introduce a lot of the green energy and green concept for our, the ESG policy. This is, we want introduce for we have the ESG solution that we want to do the more contribution for like the reduce carbon emission part, even like you can say in the Asian Games. We have some like the ESG solutions, support the committee, support the athletes in the village. They can to say what kind of the activities, the measures they already done, like all of these reduce carbon emission part. That is also very important. So I think this is 3 words we selected. Really, we want to express the how importance we we want to do. We think like the tremendous for the mathematics. N means the countless the possibility and the infinity. So that's why we choose this like the n to the power of the 3. We want to do more together with our partners, serve the more like the customers, have the business, the success. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Mrs. Selena. Thank you very much. And we all believe that the synergy and the power of N, just now Selena says, and the Next Cloud, Neo Cloud, and Nexus Cloud, the power of N will bring more game-changing innovations on a global scale. And ladies and gentlemen, next, Jingren Zhou, CTO of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence, will map up the product landscape of Alibaba Cloud surrounding the emerging technologies of AI and how these Alibaba Cloud offerings can working together to maximize the synergy of the AI age. And now I would like to introduce Jingren Zhou. Jingren Zhou is a Chief Technology Officer of Alibaba Cloud, and he leads a big data and AI research at Alibaba Cloud Institute of Data Science Technology, and also he managed several core technology division at Alibaba. And now let's welcome Mr. Jingren Zhou. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Very happy to be here. So today I would like to share some of the latest development in Alibaba Cloud regarding AI. So today we are in the exciting area of AI. AI is pretty much changing every aspect of our life. And in fact, AI is also redefining cloud computing. In this new era, we believe that the cloud infrastructure will completely transform itself. In this new era, we believe that the typical architecture for cloud computing will consist of 3 part layers. The first layer will continue to be infrastructure as a service, but this time the infrastructure layer will be upgraded to better to support AI applications. On top of that, we'll have a platform as a service. We will continue to innovate the database, big data, and machine learning platforms to better facilitate the AI applications. The third layer, on top of the infrastructure as a service and the platform as a service, is the new layer, is called model as a service. This is the layer that will concentrate on the model, concentrate on the model applications, the model development, and the many AI applications as well. So this will represent the trend of the cloud computing in the next decade or so, right? So last year that we introduced the model as a service, and when we introduced the term, right, in the Mars, and a lot of the folks actually had a doubt of what do we really mean by model as a service. But today, this term has been widely adopted as an industry standard. In fact, model as a service represents the latest trend in the AI applications. So when we talked about the model as a service, it consists of the multiple meanings. The first, it means that we will need to upgrade our cloud computing, and particularly in the technology, in the product, to better to support the model life cycle. From the beginning that the model is being designed and trained, and fine-tune to the model has been served. Right? The entire product and the technology stack will get upgraded to better to support the model's life cycle. We have to treat the model as the first-class citizen in cloud computing. The model itself is another abstraction of the data and the computation. The second layer of the model as a service means the model ecosystem. Right? In this new world, that as everybody knows, and we have foundation models, which will serve as the foundation for many AI applications. And on top of that, we'll have vertical models, and we will embed with a lot of the domain knowledge and particularly how we reason in this particular domain. And after that, in order for the model to have real world impact and blending into our real-time, real-life applications, we have to integrate with additional information, different tools, either just do prompt engineering or do knowledge augmentation. So this represents another layer, and the model ecosystem is a very important aspect of in this new exciting era of AI. So in order to do all of those, right? So I will spend some time to give you some update and how Alibaba Cloud has made some progress in each of the category. So first of all, we will talk about the infrastructure side. So for the AI infrastructure, there consists of the two parts. One is on training, the other is on the inference. So first we talk about the training. The training, we have our product offering called Pi, a platform of AI, and specifically we have a category called Linjun. This is our massive kind of efficient system enable the big model training. Right? As many of you know, and today, and how to build this highly efficient GPU network and enable a very efficient model training is a very important product that we have to offer in Alibaba Cloud. So in order to train the massive kind of the foundation model, it's not simply a stack of different CPUs. And we need to connect and by the high efficiency and the high bandwidth and the low latency network. Right? In this case, we have to redefine our IDC, our data centers, and to couple with the GPU with efficient network and also the very strong high-performant storage system so that we can load the data and do the model checkpointing in a very efficient way. So today, our Linjun clusters, right, is capable to, has a very large scale. They contains of the more than 10,000 of the GPUs, and using the high performance network to connect them in a very efficient way, right? And the network also can deliver high bandwidth with micromillisecond kind of the latency. So this kind of the raw capabilities facilitate the different kind of the model training. So on top of this Linjun clusters, in order to do model training, we need to do the better compilation. We need to do better in terms of the data parallelism and model parallelism during the model training. And very importantly, when we're using thousands of the GPUs to train the models and how to provide scheduling and fault tolerance is the key, right? So today, a typical kind of the model training can take days, even weeks, or even months, right? And how to provide the fault tolerance and make sure that our system is resilient to any kind of the failure is very important feature for our customers or for our developers. So we've been working on that rigorously, and very happy to share with you. And today we have one of the world-class AI training system in the world. Right? The second layer, right, other than the training, is about inferencing. Right? Once you're done with the model training, now you need to load the model and make sure that it can serve your online applications. In order to do so, you need to leverage the scalability of our IDCs, right? So that we can provide the model serving at any location, at any place, due to the wide distribution of our IDCs. And in addition to that, we provide the different tools so that you can quantification for the models without damaging without actually incurring any penalties in terms of the model performance and the latencies. Right? At the same time, we can use the elastic capabilities to automatically grow and shrink the resource needed for model serving, right? In order to save the cost for model serving. Right. On top of that, we're also providing different kind of the tools in order for you to leverage the model, either by API or by fine-tuning. Right. Those are the very typical kind of the capabilities that is required in today's world to leverage the different kind of the foundation models. So far we talked about the infrastructure side. The next we have to talk about the model ecosystem. Right. So last November, we introduced the community called Model Scope, right? And this is the open source the communities that to facilitate the model usage, right? And we're happy to share the information with all of you. And even within the year, right, within less than a year, this community has already become one of the hottest model community in the world. Right? As of now, and we have more than 2.3 million developers and on our communities to share in the model, use the model, and share the experience on a daily basis. And also we have more than 85 million model download. Right? This is kind of the very massive number. All those numbers happening within just the past few months. And in fact, the community, the popularity for this community has been accelerated continuously. On top of that, right, so we also have a wide range of the models, regardless whether you're from the language model or you have the multimedia models or even have the kind of the image models. Whenever you have the need for AI applications, you can almost find the right model for you to leverage, to integrate into your applications. So today, our community contains of 1,200 high-quality models, right? And many kind of model companies or startups, they are using our model scope as the starting point for them to share the latest models with the communities. And today, we also have like more than 30 kind of the contributors and heavy contributors that they've been continuously upgrading their models and providing the latest updates to our developers and the customers. So other than the model scope, right? So Alibaba Cloud ourselves also invest heavily in this world. And we have been working on our own Tongyi foundation models for years. Particularly this year, we made a series of the announcement, right? In April, we launched our large language model Tongyi Qianwen, right? In May, we launched the multimedia kind of the model called Tongyi Tingwu, and later in August, we launched the Tongyi Wanxiang. All those models, in fact, are attracting a lot of the attentions, and a lot of the developers today using the API in their applications to serve the different kind of the business needs. We're no longer just working on our own models. We also contribute our models to the open source community, right? So as many of you know, that we are the big contributors to the open source, the large language models. In the past, we open sourced 7 billion models, and yesterday we made another announcement and open sourced 14 billion models. And both models perform very nicely, and in fact, is one of the best in their own category. Right, so if you like to know the more information, and perhaps you can read the news or just read our technical papers, and this will show you that in fact it has, in many categories, it outperformed all the other models, including Llama 2, and also it just can be can be free to download and integrate into the different kind of the applications. So the reason we open source those models is we want to facilitate our developers, our customers to leverage those AI capabilities to integrate into their own applications on top of the Alibaba Cloud. So finally, right, we also understand once we have the model ecosystem, we have this foundation model, but finally, after if our goal is to integrate this AI capability into the real applications, sometimes we need additional tools, right? So we need using the users' kind of own data to build the knowledge system, to build the memory system, to even just to do prompt engineering or do knowledge augmentations in this world, right? So in Alibaba Cloud, we want to make sure that we provide all sorts of the tools to facilitate our developers to build the AI applications using different kind of the language models and to serve the different business needs. So again, this is pretty exciting, and we continue to innovate, and hopefully we will share the journey together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jingeren Zhou, for his sharing on the Alibaba Cloud digital transformation around the world. And next, Dongliang Guo, VP of Product and Solution, Alibaba Cloud Intelligence International, will walk us through the technology prowess of Alibaba Cloud for international customers. And Dongliang has dedicated more than 20 years of his career to the field of data intelligence, assuming various roles in research and development, consulting, and sales. Ladies and gentlemen, next let's welcome Dongliang. Welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for coming to Hangzhou, this beautiful city, and thank you for coming to Alibaba Cloud Summit. And I'm very glad to be here to share with you guys our new innovations and how we can help our customers to do more innovations. As the host introduced, I'm pretty much a technical guy, so I will probably deep dive a little bit to our technical offerings today. So hopefully you enjoy it. So just a few moments ago, actually, our president, Selina Yuan, announced the power of three. Actually, I'd like to deep dive a little bit about what's the specific content in each N. For example, in the next part, as Alibaba Cloud as an infrastructure service vendor, actually we are evolving ourselves continuously. We are upgrading our services to the highest standard this time. For the infrastructure services, actually, we improved the performance, the security, and all the other aspects. And also for the developers, we continue to want to make sure that we provide much easier and much fluent way for developers to develop and to deploy their services on the cloud. So this time, we happily announced the release of the Cloud Native AI Suite 2.0. And for the new part, this is the most exciting moment here. We are entering this AI era. For this, thanks to Ginger, our CTO just announced the generative AI solution on Alibaba Cloud. And I will deep dive a little bit to see what exactly we can do with this new technology. And for the next part, thanks for the collaboration with hundreds of thousands of customers and partners. Working together with these collaborators, actually we are trying to provide the better service, the one-stop service to all customers in various different industries. For this time, actually, we announced the release of more solutions for finance industry and for logistics industry, retail industry, and others. So later part, I will invite our partners to introduce solutions, and this is the journey, keep going. So first about the next generation. Actually, as an infrastructure, we continue to improve our performance to provide the better service for our customers. The 8th generation of ECS this time will provide up to 60% of performance gain for our general purpose computation. And on average, that will be the 40% of gain. And also, not only the computing power, actually the network latency will down to 8 microseconds. As Ginger just mentioned, actually in this large language model era, the data transmitted between the clusters is huge, and all the network bottleneck has to be handled. Otherwise, we can't afford the delay. So this time, with the introduction of this eRDMA network, actually we are happy to announce that we conquered this problem and we can provide a better and faster network to our customer. And also, not only make the infrastructure more strong and more fast, we also make it more safe. Because in this data era, security, privacy is always the utmost concern for our customers. So traditionally, we ensure the security during the storage, during the transmission, during the usage. But with the 8th generation of ECS, actually, we also make sure the security during the computation. And last, for all developers, we are happy to announce the Cloud Native AI 2.0, which enabled our customer to use the cutting-edge AI training frameworks on Alibaba Cloud, and also the function compute to connect more components on the cloud and on the ecosystem, so that we can streamline all the business process to make it much easier to build up any applications. Back to the newer part. This exciting moment that everybody, we see the AI has changed everything, and it's going to be changing everything. And as Dr. Wang Jian mentioned, we are going through this journey from the horsepower to electricity to the computing. And this industry evolution actually has been there. We have experienced this many times, from the steam engine to the mass production to the latest electronic and the information technology. But in this data and the AI era, I would say cloud computing make this possible. I listed a few numbers downside, but I just saw Ginger's slide. Actually, I was a bit conservative. Normally, when you train a large language model, at least you need 1 trillion plus high-quality data. And we see the continuous growing of the size of the large language model from dozens of billions of parameters to hundreds of parameters and even bigger. This requires lots of and huge amounts of computation. It's not just you combine the small computation computers together, but you need an ecosystem. You need to connect thousands plus GPU, CPU working together. The super scale computer clusters is not possible without the support from the cloud. So that's why I say the cloud computing is the future and is the backbone for this AI transformation. Ginger has just mentioned our IaaS, PaaS, and MaaS layer. Actually, in my simplified version of AI service on Alibaba Cloud, I also included the SaaS top layer, because eventually, how we can benefit from this change, from this large language model, it depends on what kind of applications we can develop, what kind of scenario we can utilize this very exciting technology. So on the SaaS layer, actually, we have the OpenSearch and we have other offerings to help our customers get on board on this journey and quickly grab this opportunity. So next, actually, I will showcase some demos to show you how we can use it. The very first one is about the enterprise retrieval augmented generation. Because in the past, we see lots of information distributed in various places of the enterprise. It's in PDF, in Word, or in Excel, in SharePoint, in Share Drive, everywhere. And the data that we can use to analyze, to answer questions, very limited. But here, actually, with this OpenSearch on left side, you see the demo here. we can easily upload some data, either it's Word or PDF. For this example, I uploaded an insurance policy. I downloaded from the website. It's an insurance policy PDF file. You can imagine the insurance policy is very complicated. And if you want to ask some complex questions, say, is my eye check included in this policy? You're going to search lots of time, and probably you need to consult a specialist to answer this question. But with the open search, after you're loading the PDF file, and after a few minutes of processing the data, you can start asking questions straight away. So you can ask simple questions like, what's the contact number of this company? To the more complex questions, what's the currency and how I can get a refund, whatsoever. It's some questions like that. So with this large language model, actually we are combining the large language model understanding capability with the enterprise data to accelerate the whole process of consulting. But for enterprise to use this kind of scenario, actually the top concern is security. Is my data secure? Is my model secure? Is my model only can be used by myself? So, and also, is this can fit into my existing applications, connect to my existing business? So all these questions actually has to be handled before we can utilize this exciting technology. On the right side, actually, you can see we have prepared this ready. Everything is deployed in Alibaba Cloud VPC, your private network. And all the data and the model can be hosted there and can be only used by our customers. So this is just an illustration of how we can quickly help our customers to try large language model, to try the generative AI, and to transform their business to get started. Next, more exciting one is about the multimodality content generation. We tried the, 通义万象 or 通义千问. You see, now the model can do the text to image. On the left side, you see there, you just give a few words of description, you get the amazing image generated by the model. And furthermore, you can get a text to video from there. Just a few prompts, you get the amazing short video there. And you see we have the text to text analysis capabilities. We have text to image to video. What about we combine them together? So if we combine them together, actually that's an even more exciting moment. Like in the middle, we do this motion agent. So just an example how you can build up a short video. So traditionally, you build a short video, you need to do the, for example, first step is the ideation. You give some idea, you have the prompt, you say it to the large language model, for example, 通义千问. Then it will draft the script and storyline for you. And next, you can use this draft storyline and all the prompt to generate images for your whole short video. And next, you do the image and some prompt to generate the video. And lastly, you can also generate the music as the BGM for your short video. So this whole process will greatly accelerate the content generation. Previously, the short video may take you weeks. Now, it probably just 1 or 2 days, you can get a short sample of what it can do. So I showcase some demo here in the middle. It generates by our agent. So just a sample showing you how it is amazing that you can combine all these generative AI capabilities together to make such an amazing short video. And of course, this technology can be applied in various areas and to speed up your process of work and improve the efficiency. Of course, we as a enabler, technology enabler, we cannot just by ourselves to fulfill all the requirements from our customers. So that's why we have hundreds of thousands of partners working with us to support our customers. And on the left side, as you can see, we have different kinds of partners globally. And actually, we have this Alibaba Cloud partner program ready for all the partners. You can easily to get on board to our marketplace, and you can enjoy the joint marketing events and to get access to our millions of customers global-wide. So today, actually, I'm happy to announce a few key customer solutions available on Alibaba Cloud. The first one will be the Neo4j. Some of you guys might have heard of this company because Neo4j is a leading company in graph database management systems. So focusing on graph technology, actually Neo4j enables lots of customers in finance or in internet to explore the hidden value between the connected data. So that's a very important area that lots of customers are exploring. And we are happy that we can offer Neo4j solutions on Alibaba Cloud for financial default or other anti-default actions or in supply chain for the planning and the route direction. And also in the middle, you'll see actually we are also collaborating with Neo4j to try to integrate the large language model capability with graph database. That's another very exciting area. We can use this joint integration, and hopefully we can explore lots of new innovations to the industry. And next is Red Hat. I think everybody knows Red Hat. Actually, we have been with Red Hat for a long time. Red Hat is a renowned company for its open source software and enterprise level service. And also, they are the active member for the open source world and also the collaborative development. So we are happy to announce the OpenShift, their flagship solution available on Alibaba Cloud. So next, actually, I will introduce our partner, Silva from Red Hat on the stage, and to give you guys an introduction. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I got it. So firstly, thank you for inviting us, Alibaba Cloud, for inviting Red Hat to this wonderful event in Hangzhou. Right, it's a very beautiful city. It's my first time here, not my first time to China, but my first time to Hangzhou, and I think it's beautiful. I want to talk to you a little bit about OpenShift today. If you think about your applications, today there's AI. I think Dr. Wang talked a lot about AI helping you and your customers actually bring solutions to life. Yeah? We talked about movies being generated in an automated manner. Fantastic. How do you leverage that into your applications, into your service to your consumers? I think that's something that today we need to look at our applications and the applications that we ship that leverage many of these capabilities, whether it's big data, 5G capabilities, the AI, you name it, right? All these things. How do we make our applications itself a lot more interactive and immersive to the consumers of these applications? So when you talk about the ingredients of these applications, we talk about three things. If any of y'all remember Pokemon Go, right, where you catch Pokemon, this application became really popular because of three main things. It's actually very, very fast. Anyone who actually logs onto the system on their mobile phone was able to get onto the platform very, very quickly, right? It was also very, very easy to use because from an authentication perspective, everything was integrated. And to me, it's really, really quick. It was actually very stable as well. The system never went down. But more importantly, it was able to scale to literally millions and millions of users without any performance degradation. Of course, this capability was done in the cloud. The new world of applications demands all these three capabilities built in. If you think about many organizations, let me give you an example. In Singapore, DBS Bank today is the biggest bank, the biggest bank in Singapore, and their capabilities as an IT division have actually been world-renowned. They have actually won the best digital bank multiple times in a row. And the reason why they won that is because every single service they provide can be consumed via their digital app. I'm a consumer of DBS's bank services, right? I'm a user of their service. And for me, my bank is on my phone. For almost every transaction, I actually go to my phone and utilize the services on this bank for interacting with the bank, whether it's for investment, whether it's for loans, whether it's for savings. But the most important thing is that on top of all these capabilities, it needs to be bounded by security and compliance, which is the reason why DBS was able to do so in a very, very secure manner, scalable manner, and yet compliant manner according to the country's standards. OpenShift today is not a new technology. It is something that is a software that many organizations, today we have, I think, thousands and thousands of customers, building their applications on top of OpenShift because it provides this capability to scale very easily. It provides a very secure platform for you to house those applications. And more importantly, it provides a cloud-adjacent model for you to actually run services natively on the cloud, in Ali Cloud, for example, and leverage that capability onto your applications in a hybrid manner. It is something that organizations today can use, and with this announcement, with Ali Cloud running OpenShift, you are able to expand your on-premise data center, your applications running on-premise, to Ali Cloud in a very seamless manner, right? What's included in, of course, OpenShift, I'm not going to go through all these technical details, but OpenShift is known for its enterprise Kubernetes capabilities, right? It's validated integrations with a varied number of partners, right? Whether it's a storage partner, security partner, various workload partners, they all are supported on OpenShift today. One thing I'd like to touch upon is that our relationship with Alibaba Cloud is not new. Red Hat first started contributing towards Kubernetes in 2011. That's roughly about 12 years ago. Moving forward, in 2015, we launched our global cloud certified partner program, CCSP, and Alibaba Cloud was invited to join this program as early as 2017. Very shortly after, we started to offer the first product, which was Red Hat Enterprise Linux, on Alibaba Cloud in a certified supported fashion. And later on, OpenShift, Ansible, and even a management product called CloudForms was available on Alibaba Cloud. All this by 2019. In 2020, Alibaba Cloud actually achieved Red Hat certified engineers within their organization to support the various Red Hat technologies, which is great for our customers and our mutual customers. Shortly later, SAP, a very big software vendor, enterprise ERP vendor, they certified their solution for running on Red Hat Enterprise Linux on Alibaba Cloud as well. Today, we are very, very proud to announce that in partnership with Alibaba Cloud, we are releasing OpenShift as a managed service for you, our consumers and our customers, as well as our partners. Yeah? It is something that, once again, from a seamlessness perspective, you are able to leverage the cloud and Alibaba Cloud, as an example, right, to burst workloads onto the cloud natively from your on-premise data center. And that's something that many organizations today actually need to leverage cloud. As part of this service, all these various things are offered. I'd like to highlight two things. One of the challenges that OpenShift provides, today, once again, as I mentioned, many customers already use OpenShift. They already deploy OpenShift, whether it's for their enterprise applications in a bank, whether it's in a telco, whether it's in manufacturing. Many customers already deploy OpenShift to run their applications. They also deploy OpenShift on Alibaba Cloud, and that's something that we are looking to simplify from a day zero perspective. How do I install in an automated fashion for me? I don't have the complexity to install OpenShift on the Alibaba Cloud. How do I then run my applications on Alibaba Cloud in an operational manner in day two? How do I upgrade my platform? That managed service today is brought to you by Alibaba Cloud, and this particular service called Red Hat OpenShift on Alibaba Cloud. To get started, it's actually not difficult at all, right? Today, you can just visit Red Hat OpenShift on Alibaba Cloud. The website is there. It's something that you can start using already, right? And do contact your account manager for Alibaba Cloud on this service. It is something that Red Hat, once again, is very proud to announce this partnership with Alibaba Cloud. It is something that today we are more than willing to support this initiative to expand the footprint of Alibaba Cloud internationally. Thank you.
Thank you, Silva, and thanks to all our partners here and not here. Actually, just because we are hand in hand and back to back with our partners, we can offer the best solutions to our customers. And Alibaba Cloud actually not only provide the product and solution, we can also provide the services to our customers. For many years, actually, while sitting together, we are working together and we are fighting together with our customers. And along the way, actually, we accumulated lots of experience. And luckily, we write it down and into white paper. So today, I'm thrilled to introduce Alfred to announce the release of our well-architected white paper. Alfred.
All right, thank you, Donna, for the introduction. Hi, dear friends, esteemed customers and partners. I'm Alfred, head of Alibaba Cloud International Services. So with our partners, me and my team, we serve Alibaba Cloud global customers throughout their entire cloud transformation journey. All right, so today, I think it's a momentous occasion that we gather to celebrate the grand launch of Alibaba Cloud's well-architected framework. So this framework is not just designed for the technical purposes, but also it's designed for enhancing your business, right? So it's an honor for me to stand up here in front of you guys, our customers, our partners, because I know that you guys are bringing in a wealth of profounding understanding, right, of industries and about the cloud. So I think together with us, we're well poised to shape the future of cloud excellence. So thank you all for being here. All right, thank you. So let's get started with that. In today's digital landscape, right, it requires all the businesses to be resilient and agile in order to adapt and keep up with the technology, which is ever evolving, and also to adapt with our customers' rapid changing requirements and needs, right? And it is in addressing those challenges and enhancing the opportunities where Alibaba Cloud's well-architected framework can truly shine, right? So Alibaba Cloud's well-architected framework is not just a set of guidelines. It's actually a meticulously crafted blueprint for success in the cloud era. So it's about architecting excellence that aligns with your organization's goals and values. It's about harnessing the full potential of the cloud that empowers the organization to drive growth, efficiency, resilience, and innovation. So what sets Alibaba Cloud's well-architected framework apart? It basically sits firmly on those 5 pillars that you can see on the big screen, right? So number 1, security. In today's interconnected world, security is just paramount, right? And our framework basically basically allows and enables you guys to build a system, not just in functioning effectively, but also fortified against evolving threats. And number two, reliability. Your businesses cannot afford downtime, right? So we totally understand it. And our framework basically enables our customers to build a system that's not only highly available, but also resilient, right? So you can provide the seamless experience to your customers. And number three, cost optimization. Trust us, we understand how important that is to manage your cost, right? So together with us, we believe with your expertise in your business and our guidance on the cloud, we can optimize our cloud resources so that you guys can achieve more with less. Right, number four, operational excellence. So basically, we're talking about more and more complicated cloud environment, and operations can be crucial. So our framework will help you, will assist you in building an excellent operations system. Basically, help you to streamline your day-to-day operations, help you to automate tasks, help you continuously improve your processes to help you basically achieve the operational excellence, right? And at the end of the day, this is something that's going to propel your business propel your business forward. And the fifth pillar is about performance efficiency, right? So a click, how soon it returns, right? It's very critical for the business nowadays. So our framework basically help you to improve the performance of the system on the cloud, help you to ensure that your systems are running at their best speed, right? So basically you provide all those efficiency and performance that your customers demand. All right, so basically that's the 5 pillars that I just introduced. But in addition, right, to the 5 pillars, which are the methodologies, which are the best practices, you'll be seeing them in our white paper, which is like a few hundred pages long, with a lot of nitty-gritty details. But before you read that, we also provide something that's automatically help you gauge the performance, gauge the security, gauge your operational excellence. Basically, we call it a Cloud Governance Center, right? So with this set of tools, we're able to provide over 100 metrics automatically, right? So you can gauge all different dimensions of a system and see if you're having a well-architected cloud environment, right? And also, right, in addition to that, we're providing over 80 scenario-based architecture solutions. So those are the things that we're putting out there, right, as a suite. So hoping that you can leverage and hoping we can use this set of tools to really get to the excellence of the cloud architecture. All right, so you're very welcome to scan the QR code, and there is a light version that you guys can download, right? Just need to simply register and download it. And then after that, if you're more interested in there, right, maybe it intrigues you, and then there is a full document, like I just said. It's going to be 100 pages long, but it's providing a lot of details with our best practices. All right. You know, with all that said, this is the time that we need to recognize our partnerships, right? We do appreciate the strength of our partnerships because this is not something that we've done solitarily just by Alibaba Cloud itself, right? It's a collaboration with our partners. So today, we know that we have a lot of customers coming with strong cloud expertise, as well as very extensive industry know-how. So that's why we have our customers here to build this together, as well as we're going to be building a well-architected service framework, a service ecosystem that's going to help our customers on the cloud redefine excellence, redefine potential, right, along the journey, along the cloud transformation journey together with Alibaba Cloud. All right. So last but not the least, at the end of the day, this is a framework. There are some tools, there's some documentations, methodologies, but it's not just a self-guided tour, all right? Like I said, we've gotten partners. You guys got us. So you can think about this is tool come with personal tour guides, right? So us and our partners can help you design a customized cloud journey that best fits your organization's needs and values, right? And also, we can be there, accompany you every step of the way, so you guys can get the most out of the cloud journey. All right, without further ado, I think it's time for us to bring up our distinguished and partner representatives to come on the stage and join us in launching this Alibaba Cloud well-architected framework together. All right, so please join me in welcoming our distinguished guests. All right, so Mr. Hua Ming Li, the partner from Deloitte China. All right. Welcome. And Mr. Jingyu Yao, the managing director from Alibaba Business Group, Accenture. Welcome. And Mr. Henry Ni, partner of KBMG. Welcome. And Mr. Gong Zheng, head of a cloud service from Capgemini China. Welcome. Mr. Jimmy Ye, VP of NTT Data. Welcome. And last, our Mr. Jack Wu from Bespin China. All right, welcome. All right, I guess maybe it's the time for us to do a little bit ceremony. All right, so I guess we're already in there. I guess we need a bit of help here with our MC.
Okay, thank you. And all of the representatives, please go one more step forward to near the starter and put your hands on the starters, and we're gonna start our ceremony. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, and all of the distinguished leaders and guests, and I would like to invite all of you to join us to witness such an important moment. And let's count down together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is really my great honor to witness such an important moment with you. Thank you. And let's take a photo together. Thank you. And our photographer, please commemorate this wonderful time. Thank you very much. And here, thank you so much for your witnesses. Thank you. Okay, thank you, our representative, and please be seated. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, as we know, tech for innovation and to the power of 3, and next, Neo Nexus, and we believe that the synergy and power of N will bring more game-changing innovations on a global scale. And first of all, let's have a short video about N. Digitalization is bringing profound transformation of businesses and industry around the globe. Today, we are excited to have a distinguished panel of esteemed customers representatives joining us on stage, and as leaders, challenges, pioneers, and visionaries in their respective sectors will enlighten us with stories of their success, experiments, new discovery, and their insights into the emerging opportunities that the digital age has to offer. And let me introduce our panel guests. So first of all, our moderator, Louis Kamek, Director of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence. Welcome. Panelist Edwin Efford, Global Head of Cloud Services, HSBC. Welcome. Panelist Sean Chon, co-founder and CTO of Nijawan, welcome. Panelist Nikki, IT and Digital Transformation Director of AI's Watson, welcome. Okay, and now let's give our panel a well welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon panel discussion looking at digital transformation for enterprises. So we're very happy today to have not one or two, but three industry experts here to share their insight and experience from their own digital transformation journey. Before I put in some questions to our speakers today, I would love to put things more into the context. So I'm sure digital transformation is not a new concept for any of you here, right? But I'm not sure how many of you are aware of its growth projection. It's going to be even bigger and bigger. So IDC has made a prediction that the global spend of digital transformation is going to hit $3.4 trillion in 2026. So in 4 years' time, the global spend on digital transformation will almost double of how much we spent in 2022. In 4 years' time, we will double the spend on this phenomenon, right? And within this wider remit of digital transformation, there seems to be three key areas that enterprises really focus on. And they are cloud, AI, and Internet of Things in that order. With Accenture actually published some figures saying that 45% of organizations are already scaling up their cloud capabilities for digital transformations. So for our speakers today, being the early adopters for cloud, being the cloud technology, right? How do you define digital transformation for your industry? And do you see there's anything particular for your industry that they are the key differentiator when it comes to the concept of digital transformation? Perhaps we start with Nikki?
Yes. I think the digital transformation is really a big agenda in Watson because you know that I think majority of our customer is women, and to meet the demand and expectation of women is not really easy. So I think you all know that. So we have to really leverage and also integrate all those advanced technology, AI, e-commerce platform, AR, and also some of the personalization in terms of data analytics into the heart of really digital transformation strategy. So likewise, I think this is going to be a big agenda for enterprise.
Mm-hmm. How about Sean?
Yeah, so for us, transformation is not like a one-off thing, right? It's continuous. So we're Ninja Van. We started off in 2014, coming 9-10 years now. And 9 years ago, we came in and we disrupted the domestic last mile industry. Basically injected technology, gave a lot more visibility to our customers, made a lot of things more efficient, right? It was also the rise of the e-commerce marketplace. You have Lazada, Shopee, and all these folks. So today, transformation for us is very different. We came in to this as a cloud-native company. So we're already leveraging everything on the cloud. We're relatively scalable on the tech and infrastructure side. So today is a bit more interesting. We're starting to see new trends, especially in the video streaming industry, which maybe if we have time, I could share more later. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about in the banking industry, Ed?
I think the gentleman from Red Hat kind of helped me out here because he said he did all of his transactions and all of his banking on his phone. Mm-hmm. And that requires us to make sure that we've got the resilience behind that, to make sure that it works seamlessly and it doesn't hang, and the transactions happen now within seconds when it used to take days to make a transaction happen. So for me, it's a combination of two things. It's the front-end user experience and making things easy, and more importantly on the back end, making sure that we've got the resilience, the compliance, the security, and all of those operational things in play to make sure that it just works.
So for, of course, for the banking industry, the resilience, the speed, and everything being have a robust system is important, while personalization is important for the e-commerce side, right? Any other trends that you've seen that is happening or that has happened in the past few years that you see is growing strong?
I mean, I think the use of data and the way that we use data ourselves and how we interact with the banks, the retailers, everybody that we consume things from is now so immediate that we expect, you know, when we pull our phone out, that we're able to do a transaction with anybody at any time. That requires an awful lot of compute on the background, which is why I think we've seen the accelerated growth of hyperscale data centers and the cloud, basically, because whether it be in our homes and the entertainment systems that we use, everything is just on demand immediately, and we expect it to be there. How frustrating is it when you go out with your phone and you've not got a signal and you can't do what you wanted to do? Whether you want to buy something, whether you wanted to do some banking transactions, that's really frustrating. So I think that the trends that we've seen and we continue to see are immediacy of engagement with the companies that we use through our mobile devices and through our home entertainment systems.
So in other words, we're getting more and more impatient.
Absolutely.
Any other trends? Personalization seems to be very important, right? Any other trends around that theme that you've seen?
Yeah, I think first, I cannot say thanks to COVID that make tremendous growth over the e-commerce. Yeah, I think some of the company they go like 10x, 5x, 4x. But past COVID, it's really different journey. People start to going back to the offline store. People, of course, they like to try things, especially skincare, cosmetics, right? They like to try whether it's true color, it's real colors. So I think the key and the trend in upcoming next is about how to really integrate those offline online together. I think that more or less is omni-channel. Somebody call it O2O or plus O, but it is the omni-channels. How can really we make them shop in multiple platforms in more regular basis? I think this is a key, also challenging today, but it is also a trend that we will make them a more convenient, personalized, either offline or online, and make sure the customer experience is really there, both of them. Yeah. How about you, Sean?
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. I mean, me and Nikki, we've been working together. Watson's a big customer of ours, and personalization. I think that's also something that we've been, aggressively trying to give our customers, giving them a lot of optionalities. If you think about last mile logistics, you just expect your parcel to come on time, right? But now the trend is that people want more control of their parcels. They want to know exactly when their parcels are going to arrive. They want to be able to upgrade their parcel to, from a next day delivery to a 4-hour delivery. Now, speaking about the O2O thingy, we are in a time where COVID, really accelerated the growth of a lot of our industries. And post-COVID, people are going back to the stores. So how do we then adapt to that? And that's what we are also trying to do. We're starting to see the rise of, the TikToks, the Douyin, right? And a lot of people are starting to sell stuff online. So as our customers are sellers, platforms, we know and understand their needs. And that's what we're also trying to adapt to by going into digital services. We're helping them with AI technology to teach them how to live stream, tell them what to say to increase engagement and also conversions of sales, right? So the trend I'm seeing is that as this industry that we are in is getting more and more competitive with such razor-thin margins, we're all trying to look for other revenue streams. And for us, that's going into other lines of services, digital services, financing services, whatnot. Yeah.
So diversification, right? So in other words, we are getting less patient, but want more personalized item. So in order to be more competitive, you need to diversify, right? So totally agree. So it seems like digital transformation is happening, helping, enabling all of those elements you just talked about. If it's happening so quickly, it seems to come with a few challenges as well, right? So according to the Boston Consulting Group, in 2021, they come up with some studies showing that perhaps shockingly, only 35% of the organization would consider their digital transformation effort successful. And perhaps to make it even worse, McKinsey believed that from their survey, larger organizations seem to be even struggling more with that, with only just 16% of the respondents saying that their digital transformation is helping improve their efficiency. So how do you feel, about this slightly green sentiment? And do you see there are benefits really outweighing the effort they're putting into overcoming the obstacle? Any success cases that you can share with us?
I think so the stats are interesting from companies who will come and get you to try and do digital transformation. And then you kick off a piece of work, and then they'll come along and try and get you to do the next thing. And I think it's very easy to be distracted by the next new best thing. And I think that what you need to do is you need to stay the course, and you need to do one of two things. You either need to finish what you start, or you need to get enough critical mass that it's beyond, it will just complete, right? And then you can start something new. I think many cases today, people try and chase the next new thing. I saw a very famous Chinese quote in a museum about the kind of evolution of the last 100 years in China. And the quote said, never forget why you started, your mission can be accomplished. So I would say that if you want to achieve your digital transformation, don't forget why you started it, and then pursue it and make sure you accomplish it.
Great, yep. Do you agree? Would you agree, Sean?
Oh, absolutely, because I'm sure there are a lot of leaders out here in the audience who, some of your guys are like, oh, I just met this vendor and they're going to solve, XYZ problem, right? So I definitely think finishing what you started off is really key. For us, that's razor sharp focus, right? On top of that, you have to always be involved in the business. I mean, I come probably because I come from a startup. I'm one of the founders. So every time when you are very engrossed and you truly understand deeply the problem, you know what you're trying to solve, right? So don't forget that. And of course, always listen to your customers. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think for us, probably we have to rethink about first, it's about mindset. Actually, digital transformation strategy is not a project or program, probably it's a journey. It's really true journey. So it could be 1,000 of project, 100 of program that's part of digital transformations. I give you a little example. One, I start off the digital transformation journey in Watson. So we upgrading our e-commerce from on-prem to the cloud. So we have scalabilities, flexibilities. We don't have to really send the demand to the infrastructure guy every 8, 10, 11, forecast about transaction, which is you cannot really predict. So scalable benefit is really getting there, like at the first time. But throughout the journey, I just mentioned about O+O, offline to online. So we cannot think about 6 months. We could recruit people to be, like multiple platform shopper. That is not easy. So it's a journey, and we have to try many ways. Also, embed a lot of technology. Really go into a data analytics house. We can really personalize recommendation or offer our customer to be a multiple platform shopper. So you can see that it totally different objective and really mindset, even as part of digital transformations. So yeah.
I think you have to, the cloud has been a fantastic technological revolution in the last 10 years. And I think that in my previous company and also and when I'm at HSBC now, you need to build solid foundations in the cloud. And sometimes that can take, best part of 9 months, a year, 18 months. But that's okay because those solid foundations allow you to then build the things that will happen a lot faster and products that you can give to your customers. So I think it's about, setting yourself on the journey, building the foundations, but making sure, as I say, you complete what you start before somebody comes along and says, what about Gen AI? Okay, well, actually, you need to build your solid foundations in the cloud first. And then we'll think about doing Gen AI, right?
Yeah.
Rather than stop halfway, jump on a Gen AI, then you don't do that because the next thing comes along, right?
So it seems to be very consistent, right? Set your objective, stick to it despite different obstacles, and don't be distracted by the shiny new things, and also to trust your own capability and make use of your own knowledge about your own organization, your industry as well, right? Yeah. Great. So instead of just using digital transformation to make improvement to the efficiency, performance, do you see digital transformation will be used to drive new initiative? Like one of the keywords for the industry now is sustainability, inclusiveness. Do you see that being useful, driving these new initiatives?
Yeah, I mean, I think I talked earlier about the expansion of the number of hyperscale data centers in the world, so the cloud. That's an awful lot of power consumption. And so we have an opportunity, I think, to use technology for good in the use of that compute and using green energy, different cooling systems, and actually helping the planet as part of that. And I think the other thing we can do as technologists is make sure we write efficient code, so that efficient code then will use efficient use of compute, and therefore less power. And so I think that technology can play a big part as part of this.
Great. Do you see a lot of sustainability initiatives being driven or enabled by digital transformation, Nikki?
Yeah. I think that's going to be another challenge, I might say, because now you look at our customer and consumer eyes now today, we cannot fool them. We cannot really fool them easy. Earlier we just like go to the weekend, have a CSR, take a photo, publish on the social medias, and then we became like sustainabilities. But it's not anymore because they not really believe on you. You have to be really a true good man, not really just a good man. So I think we have to really take this a bit seriously. I think we. In our part, we really take into the account as a green IT kind of strategy that part of our digital transformation. So it's not just, digitalize paper into the electronic form, but on what you do, you have to consider this, whether or not you want to buy the physical server or are you going to move to the cloud. Any other alternative solution from the cloud instead of build something by your own. I think this is something that it really have to be considered as part of your journey, part of your action. So yeah, so then you can become really true good man, not just a good man.
Yeah. Anything similar for Sean?
I mean, technology is the one thing that has helped us to optimize the entire delivery process in terms of carbon emissions, fuel that we're spending with VRP algorithms, right? But I mean, let's not even talk about this kind of fundamental. New technology, I think the gentleman from Red Hat was talking about OpenShift, Kubernetes, right? About in 2015, we were one of the first few companies to entirely containerize our entire production environment. What that means is extremely efficient use of our resources. During your Double 11 sales periods, we can scale up automatically. When the period dies down, we shut down these machines, right? So we're saving the earth as well. Oh yeah, another interesting thing is that new tech is always coming out. We saw Apple start pushing out the ARM-based chips, right? The M1s, the M2s, a lot cheaper, a lot more power efficient. And we're seeing that come into the enterprise environment as well with the ARM chipsets. So last month, I think, we migrated an entire bunch of Intel machines onto Ali Yun's it's a ETN 710 chipset, and we immediately saw increased performance as well as cost savings of about 50–60%. Yeah, not to mention saving saving the world again. Yeah.
Yeah. So good to know that digital transformation brings multiple layers of benefits to different industries as well, right? So I think it seems like the trend is going to continue and it's growing strong. And I think this view is being reflected in many different studies, including the one from the MIT saying that 87% of the leaders currently think that digital transformation will disrupt the industry. I think to all the early adopters here, that has already happened. However, it seems like only 44%, so half of those believe that the trend will disrupt the industry, feel like they are ready. So they see that coming, but they're not quite ready. So again, as part of your journey, you've learned a lot and you have a lot of success cases. What's the piece of advice, or more than one piece, that you would give to your peers if they come to you and say, I'm going to embark on a digital transformation journey now? What's the most important thing?
I think, as I said earlier, understand why you're doing it and why you're starting. To that point, make sure that your board and your exec are educated and understand the costs associated, what it is you're trying to achieve, and make sure that you're all going at it together. I think that, be curious and always look for ways to do things better. I like the value that I saw at one of the Ali sites, which was today's excellence, I think it is tomorrow's baseline.
Yep.
And so I think that's fantastic. And in your journey to do whatever you're going to do to transform, just remember that change is always with us. And you need to keep going and finish what you start.
Great. Any other advice on top of that?
For us, I think as a journey mindset, first and foremost important thing, digital transformation has to be sit inside the business. I mean, in the middle, in the heart. It cannot be a separate department or separate strategy. I think this is the first to have alignment with the business objective is one of the key things. How we do things and deliver, I think we are using agile methodologies, and definitely cross collaboration between departments is really important internally. Externally, I think we also have time to time customer focus group, because we want to hear from them as well what kind of thing that they really need and what they really want. How are they feeling about our journey or experience? Last but not the least, I think throughout the journey, we have to provide the stage of feedback and also fine-tuning the journey as well. So we not really go left and right, we still going straight there, but it could be a tactical fine-tuning over time due to the experience of the customer and also collaboration feedback from our employees. I think that is really important thing. Yes.
Anything else to add?
Yeah, apart from the two that they have already mentioned, right? We always must keep a lookout, not just listening to our customers, right? But be very, very open that someone's going to disrupt you. Be open to change, right? Just now, Selena was mentioning that AI is the trend. I truly believe that, and not just is it a trend, but we are entering into an era of AI. And if we don't start looking into it, we're going to be left behind really, really quickly, right?
And apart from AI, do you, if you have to take your crystal ball out, you know, what else do you see as the next disruptor, per se, or the next set of challenges that you see that's coming? And how would you, what would be your proposal to tackle those new challenges? Let's say for the next 5, 10 years, what would be your new disruptor?
I think that with the speed which we talked about, and you know, we're talking about, Sean was talking about Gen AI and all those things. I think that the next big disruptor is going to be around the security and the use of speed, I'll call it, and how we set things up so that it keeps customers safe and secure, and it allows folks to have instant demand, instant fulfillment, but in a secure way. So I think we're going to need to think as technologists how to use this new technology and create disruptive technologies around security and resilience.
Yeah, so being able to fulfill the immediacy without compromising on the security side.
Yep.
Yep. Sean, any?
It's interesting because speed for us means business or no business. I think in one of the markets we serve, I think was Vietnam. It's very common that consumers would order the same item. Payment option is cash on delivery from multiple delivery companies, right? So whoever comes first, they would pay the courier, and the later ones, they would just reject it, right? So speed is really, really of key importance to us. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, that was
I think particularly for logistics,
thought,
right? It's all about the time, from the consumer side here.
Yeah. For us, I think I will talk more on the internally challenging and disruption. I think I agree with it. Cybersecurity became now is really tremendous disruption, not just our IT team. You know, we have internal cybersecurity group of people, not just doing security thing, but also check on us what you did. You know, whether you did well before you moving the code into the production. So all in all, I think this is also disrupt our day-to-day works. To be honest, that always vulnerabilities. Even though you scan 10 times a day, it's still vulnerabilities. You know, we invest a lot, not just about technology into our people internally as well, to fulfill the cybersecurity requirement. But the thing is that if you build something by your own, you're taking this also by your own. This time around, I think to the cloud computing, you have a lot of tools that could help you check the thing before you moving the thing to a different environment, like AI ops, DevOps kind of thing that can help us to speed up a lot of things today. So I think this is how I think it should be a way of working that we should looking forward. I think due to the cybersecurity, it's never stop and never reduce. So I think this is going to be the trend for the future.
And earlier, during our conversation, you also brought up a very good point about the importance of omnichannel, right? To merge, during COVID time, lots of people shop online, and now they're going back to your offline store. How do you map the two together? Seems to be a new thing that or ongoing thing that's important to you as well, right?
Yes. I think integration with multiple, not just offline, online, with multiple platform marketplaces, also is going to be ongoing. That's what I'm trying to say. Our competitor today is not just a retail hand and beauty look-alike anymore. So a lot of social commerce is happening in the market. Marketplaces, Lazada also part of them. Good thing is that we are partners, also sometimes competitors. But again, somehow I think we need a lot of intelligence to integrate them together to be our ecosystem, omnichannels, O plus O. So I think this is going to be a big mega trend for upcoming futures. Yes.
Great. Yep. So consistently, again, I'm hearing that, you know, build your foundation, stick to it, don't be distracted by shiny new things, and finish what you start. Seems to be across the trend, you know. On top of that, and of course, cybersecurity is important, speed becoming the more essential element, even more essential than ever. But on top of that, do not compromise on your data security, data privacy, and other than that, any concluding comment, Ed?
Yeah, I think be curious and open to new ideas. As I said, the change is always with us, so don't be afraid of it, and make sure that, as I say, you know why you started, and then the things that come along, you will be able to incorporate, as long as you've got the right path in play.
Great. Sean?
Well, for me, it's really don't be afraid to jump into the thing, right? As leaders, we too often always delegate things away. So, I mean, as co-founder, CTO, I'm still really hands-on. And back to, like, you know, understanding the problem. Don't let people just tell you what to do. Be open, again. Work with whoever you, for instance, right, we often collaborate with, you know, the solution architects from our cloud providers and you know, just for exploration. And yeah, a lot of interesting new ideas can come about.
Yeah, I think for me to conclude, still emphasize the three important things. Align with the business objective is first important. Second, foster collaboration within organization, so external organization also really important. Feedback, fine-tuning, because it's evolving. It's not completely changed thing. It's evolving thing. So this is the key main thing I like to really conclude as top to top the digital transformation journey.
Great. So be open, be confident in your own industry knowledge, and be consistent across the board with your objective. Yeah. I think that we've learned so much today, but thank you very much, guys. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Somehow it's me again, Alfred. So just like the guest speakers were saying, right, Edward mentioning about a change, and Sean was like, don't be afraid to jump into it, right? So somehow I just got a sudden assignment, right? So I got to step up and help conclude the session. And later on, I'll be your MC for tonight as well. So that's just seems like Alibaba way, right? So Alibaba is saying the only constant is change, and you just do, you know, embrace the change. So that's about it. So again, thank you, everybody. Thank you all the leaders and guests and media representatives for being here today. We'll see you tomorrow at the Alibaba Cloud Global Summit. There are like 2 breakout sessions, right? After tomorrow's main plenary session, you'll be taking a short break to refresh yourselves and prepare for a true memorable evening ahead, right? And tonight, so you guys don't just walk away, right? We have the pleasure of hosting a gala dinner starting at 6 o'clock. So this gala dinner would not only provide performance of traditional like fantasies, but also will serve you an ideal occasion for networking and forging new connections. So we have arranged exciting and interactive games to add an element of joy to this evening. So we'll be seeing you guys there. Thank you guys again. Have a good night. All right.
If anyone want to take a photo on the stage, please go ahead. We can arrange.